Right. Hello and welcome everybody.
Hello, what the fuck is up, every pony?
Let
Yes.
uh, let its be access is to other deities.
How about no? That
Yeah,
that sounds like a good way to get ourselves smited.
yeah, I would just be like, yeah, we're not with him.
Yeah. It's like what? No. What?
Yeah,
We're
I would push you into the
no.
volcano if you started doing that. Here, you can
Oh,
meet
so
Blaze.
yep. I don't want it. I don't know any gods. I don't found it any. Here, found a place. What? Ah! Yep, that's when we pull the Heihachi throwing Kazuma into the volcano.
Alright, so I believe the last time we left it off, you guys had literally made an entrance into the Sun Queen Temple.
Hmm.
A nice beam of light shone through one of the large windows, highlighting an area on the floor. Everybody gasped, stepped back, wondering what on earth this is about. You lot magically appear in the area, and then the beam of light pulls back um, and descends back up to the sun. Um, Definitely leaving an impression of making an entrance.
Hmm.
So everybody, when you arrive in the Sun Queen's temple within the Sun Wing, is literally looking at all of you. So all eyes are literally watching you as you suddenly appear inside the Sun Queen's temple.
Hmm.
Uh,
What? What? Never saw a teleportation spell? Oh,
eh, Bert is gonna just he looks to Metal Banana and just sort of not he's not doing this to like
can
hurt
I
her, but
roll a
he like
bluff?
Yeah.
no, what he does is he very softly kicks her in the on the side of the leg and goes, "Don't make this harder than it has to be, please."
Uh,
At that moment, you hear the sound of one of the sort of priests from the altar area call out. Obviously, their voice radiating quite well within the chamber, as it's designed to do. And look, our heroes have been delivered to us once again by the Sun Queen's light. and
I just like I
and
just like tilt my helmet forward. It's covering my face as much as possible. Just like I am not with them. I don't know him.
Um, and definitely the same sort of like joy and stuff you guys were getting when you were here originally sort of instantly comes back with like claps. People who are nearby to you want to reach out and try and touch you. Um, yeah, you're definitely being harassed like a celebrity is trying to
yeah.
get through into anywhere without security guards.
um, as you say, like they like try to touch us. Can I roll a intimidation to like I go like if you touch me, you will regret it.
You can attempt it, yes.
Do I have to roll a rival intimidation to get you to not?
We just tie you up.
What? It's just a harmless. It's intimidation. I'm not like purposely like gonna yell at them and get lost. It's like
I
the
mean,
feeling.
Alright,
you can always just politely.
make me the check, Metal Banana.
All right.
Well, that's Metu's character, so
Yeah,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
yeah.
Hmm.
I mean,
I have no problem with your character, but it's also like we're also like dealing with lots of god stuff, so like this atheism thing is like not gonna pan well.
Mhm.
I so roll me that intimidate to try and scare off people touching you.
yeah. I'm
So,
gonna roll a surge.
oh, okay, yep.
God damn it! Every time. By the way, I rolled a 3.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just telling that to the others.
It wasn't blind, so we can see the.
It's 22.
22. So, I mean, you definitely initially will get a few people to back off, but I mean, but the people who back off are just other people behind will push forward, and it's one of those ones where you could keep trying to be continuously scary. The issue is it's not really gonna. You can't keep up the same sort of level of scariness. But you did stop some people from touching you, but sadly there's still others. Alex, most people don't try and touch you because obviously spikes, but at least you do get people who will attempt and carefully try to. Burnt, I mean, you're in your Hell Knight armor, you look a bit scarier, but people still are doing it.
Bird is he's gonna be receptive and he's gonna start shaking hooves very peacefully and relaxed. He's still gonna keep his tough facade.
Fine.
Is that the right word I'm thinking of? His facade up.
Yeah.
But he's gonna reciprocate the public's wanting to reach out.
Yeah. Alexandrite will also, placate the crowd.
So, what are your plans? Because at the moment you're being mobbed by people, and unless you start doing stuff, you're going to be there a while.
Yeah, so Alexandrite's going to try diplomacy instead of intimidation, where he's basically going to tell the crowd that we have important business to attend to. If you would please get out of our way. And shall I roll that?
Yeah. You can make it public. You would know kind of how good or bad you are pretty quick. Final answer?
At least it's better than mine.
Yeah, we're gonna spend a surge on that, I think. Surge. There it is.
Yeah, I mean you got two more of them. So.
The DC's like a 35.
Oh, if it was 35, there would be that would be a real challenge.
No, 25.
25. Okay, so obviously you put it into, well, Alex puts it into a few better words in regards to thanking the crowd for their show of
Support.
Support. Yeah, that's probably the best way to put it. But you obviously have very important business that you need to be attending to, and obviously they need to make way for you. But you indicate you will return, and the standard sort of we will no, I can't speak today. Basically, you will return and will fight and defend all these sort of very sort of heroic type stuff, which will allow people to sort of start making your way out. Though there are still those, as you guys are walking, you get given more of a path, but you will still be semi-mobbed as you walk through.
Yeah, you know what? Alexandrite's also going to throw a little flair into this. He's going to use his 2 Leon Who's to activate Power of Faith. All these people are my allies, so they'll get the benefits for a minute.
That's fine. I mean, I was about to say, as long as you consider them your allies, then it works.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys have managed to get your way potentially out of the Sun Queen's wing. For the initial stage, the longer you stay inside the All-Season Temple, the more difficult it is to probably get things done. But you have maneuverability, so you can start scattering to the wind as you always do when you hit a city.
Yeah. I think probably first we'll head to the, or at least the area where we can get some privacy, and then probably leave one at a time so it's we can wear our cloaks and such.
So Opal's Tavern, pretty much.
Well, well, would you be going to like one of the back rooms in the All Seasons Temple, or would you be trying to make your way to Opal's Tavern?
Well, we're already in the temple, so I was gonna say like Alexandra could probably like, do the general like, yeah, we met with the Sun Queen.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys make your way into one of the back rooms of the Sun Queen wing. Given your entrance, they're not going to question or stop you from entering any of those areas if you wish to. So you can quickly get out of the public eye. Though you will have a few clerics that are lingering around near you guys, but you are given a bit of space for the time being. But if you needed anyone to do anything, there is a cleric not far away.
Yeah.
Alright. What do?
I absolutely hate the city.
How can you hate the city? It's such a wonderful place, and there's so many people, so many friends, and all the books.
we just as almost got mauled by a cloud.
I mean, they're just.
Overreacting.
I mean, they're just
I
excited.
mean, all they really wanted was to show their support.
I mean,
Well, like I miss home because nobody cares as about these things. And you can just go off without anyone looking at you weird.
Well,
I mean,
no one cares that you're almost a divine being now.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm pretty certain they would. I mean, it's difficult to anywhere not to get some attention. I mean,
Yeah, I'm back at home. We call those ponies nutcases.
Vern just rolls his eyes a bit.
We're
Look,
not-
we have stuff to discuss before we go off and do our own things.
I'm not a nutcase.
Exactly, and we aren't nutcases. We're.
I'm not like talking about you. That's like generally the common and mind back there.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do we need to discuss before we all head off to do our own things? I know we have research to do. I am not exactly one for book smarts, so to speak.
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, I can.
I guess like me and Wishful Pen can do that part.
Only if you apologise first for your comments.
Okay, I'm looking at myself.
She says, I mean, do you apologise or do you stick to your guns? She's definitely giving you the grumpy
The
cleric
Fluttershy
face.
stare.
Oh god.
The Fluttershy stare. She's giving me that.
No, I wouldn't say it's like that, but she's definitely giving you the grumpy look.
Alexandra kind of just rubs his
we really gonna do this?
All you need to do is apologise.
Fine. I'm sorry.
She's just got to roll sense motive to see if you actually are being genuine. I don't know what. Oh no, she's got. She's okay on sense motive. I have to do it blind, don't I?
Yeah, they're blind.
Were you being truthful? Were you actually
More
sorry?
like, more like she just like wanted to get it over and done with, and didn't.
You're the kid forced to say sorry.
Yeah, basically. That's basically it.
All right,
Burgess.
roll me bluff
Yeah.
then, because you're kind of
Okay,
just
fair
saying
enough.
it for the sake of saying it. That's basically what that is.
Yeah.
You know what? Bird is gonna roll sense motive as well, just because.
Well, you meant to do that secret, but you're going against me. Um,
Oh.
that's fine. She looks at you and goes, "No, I want you to mean it. I'm going to go to the library myself, and when you finally decide you want to be sorry, you can come and find me and say it." And Wishful Pen's just going to uh, uh, walk off and leave you guys to your discussion. I'm going to have to ask, because I'm sure Wishful will remember. I can't remember what you're going to research.
Wasn't it the? It was something about the forest up there, the wheat.
Oh, the jungle to the north, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's what I have her on.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Bird is gonna be. Hmm. I would say he's rolling sense motive, but it's like. No, I'm not gonna have him roll sense motive.
Well, Wishful's already pretty much openly said that she didn't mean it really, and he wants a real apology. So I mean, you can defer from that as you wish.
Oh my
Right. All right.
But Wishful has gone.
So.
god. Well, there goes that idea.
Burgess, he looks to Metal Banana. He has a very unamused expression on his face. He's biting his tongue. He looks like he really wants to give it to Metal Banana right now, but he obviously knows better since they're inside the All Seasons temple. So he's not gonna say anything. However, he looks to Alexandra and says, "Well,
I'm I'm gonna can I roll sense motive to Burns?
sure, he's not exactly making it secret. Yeah, no,
There you go.
she can tell that he's not happy with this, and that he's clearly agitated with how Metal Banana treated all of their friend.
What? That's just my town. I didn't mean I didn't think I didn't I didn't say I personally think that.
Regardless of what you meant or didn't mean, you have made things more difficult for us in general.
If I may make a suggestion, when I was giving my other foster father, my master, this kind of attitude, they can tell he's being very polite, as polite as he can about it, despite his feelings. My master would always tell me to find some place to sit down and meditate and reflect on the things I've said. And that usually brought me clarity. It would be very behooving of you, he says as he very softly puts a hoof on the chest plate of Metal Banana's armor and shortly lets go, to do the exact same thing. Whether you meant it or not, you still caused her some great distress. And to get angry. This is something that we all need to work on and to remember is a thing to be avoided because we have to work together to stop a Pep's approach.
And I know your relationship with gods is not a friendly one, as it were, but we are forced to work with them. So, if you would please play ball when we're meeting them,
I
show us a little bit of
was.
respect.
I hate to beg it to you, but that was me being respectful.
If that was you being respectful, then maybe we need to rethink some things.
Sorry, go ahead.
So, still, my suggestion is to go and meditate and reflect on what you said. Hopefully, that'll bring some clarity and you'll be able to apologize to her to where she'll be willing to work with you.
A bunt. I know this might not be, but I don't know how to meditate.
It's simple. You go someplace nice and quiet, like the park. He says as he brings his front hooves up in like a motion aiming down. You find a nice place to sit in the park. You relax, let your mind clear, and you look inwards on yourself and your actions. That's how you meditate.
So it's pretty much like fishing.
It takes time, yes. It's definitely taking time.
Yeah, one problem with that. Last time I tried to go fishing, I fell asleep and was surrounded by 20 ponies looking at me.
Then go to Opal's Tavern, go to either your room or find a nice quiet place to relax, and enter and lock the door. Make sure the windows are covered too.
Burnt, and can you roll sense motive?
Sure, yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
Is this public or private?
You have not been. You have not been rolling good so far, so.
All right, sure.
Okay.
Let's see. That's gonna be a. Let me just add my mythic surge. No, just no. I'm like no.
I will give you this. It's you have rolled all good enough to get some information.
All right.
Yeah. You just see her body tense up. Tense up like a soldier tense up once say officer says
like they're standing at attention.
Yes, standing at attention. That yeah.
Because we're gonna need all the research that we can get on wherever this whole singular piece of wheat is at in the forest up there. And we can't be having a discord between us. Is that the right word? Discord or discourse? Discourse.
Yeah, Discord.
Either way, we can't be having none of that. My apologies if I was blunt, but these are one of the moments that it's needed.
No apologies needed. It's you said what had to be said. That's I can respect that.
He gives a nod and looks to Alexandrite. So, where do we go from here? I know I still need to make Thunderclap's armor. There's one other thing I need to take care of before that, though. Shouldn't be anything too costly.
Well, I need someone to talk to the temples, let them know what happened. happened and if anything went on while we were away. I was also going to plan to talk to the Duchess.
I see. He sort of looks to you a moment. Alexandrite, do you know if Steel Prism? I don't think Steel Prism is still here, is he?
From all I know, he is still here.
All right. Maybe I remember what the Sun Queen said for when we asked about the Heart of Everglow. She said to go to where it all started. Maybe ask Steel Prism if he knows where in the desert he found the heart. Like, we know it was in some sort of labyrinth, right?
Yes, if I recall correctly.
So maybe ask him if he recalls the area, or where exactly on the map he could like mark it down.
Well, there's no reason we can't go together.
That's true.
He is just in the temple.
All right. I suppose we go and speak with him then.
All right. Don't forget to put your cloaks up.
Yeah, he does just that.
Alexandrite will put his cloak up.
Looks very weird given all the spikes.
Yeah. No. No, I'm sure Alexandrite gives off very Sith vibes. Like,
Oh, I'm sure all of us do.
You're in the dark side.
Hey, Alexandrite, for the greater good.
for the greater good.
The greater good.
I love that.
For the effing greater good.
Oh god. Yeah, let's go speak with Steel Prism.
All right.
Alright.
He should be in the center of.
Yeah. I mean, your guess is he's going to be stood by the Queen's sarcophagus, and you would be correct in thinking where he is, because he is still there.
Excuse us, Steel Prism. Bird is gonna say as he's gonna approach very calmly.
I mean, he stood next to it. There is that red rope all around him, so people can't get too close to touch the Queen's sarcophagus. There are also a few other temple guards as well.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Steel, Steel Prism, we have something to ask you. He says very politely as he looks to him and then the sarcophagus before he bows respectfully.
He looks at you a moment, but obviously soon realizes who it is under those ridiculous white robes, and he walks over to you and frowning at you. It's kind of odd given he's only got one eye. And when he reaches next to you, he goes, "You do know you look ridiculous."
Oh yes, we totally know that. We actually have a question for you. Do you have a moment to spare?
I do.
So, do you recall where it is that you found the item that is in your possession? He motions to the heart of Everglow subtly.
You motion towards his bags, guessing where it is.
Right.
Because he has not got it on display.
Right. He doesn't have it out. Yeah.
God no.
Yeah. Yeah. He's gonna motion to his bags.
He goes, "Yes, I'm very aware of where I retrieved it from. I'm sure I've even already told you. It was from the entrance to the temple led into the maze. Was in the middle of the desert. There is a obelisk you have to activate it, and that takes you to the temple. Where the temple is exactly, I'm not sure, but the doorway was a black obelisk within the desert.
Alright, well, the reason I asked is because we had a little divine intervention, I suppose you could say, that gave us a hint as to how to fix it. And the hint itself was to take it to where it all started, to where it all began.
I don't think that was the exact wording.
What? Was it the exact wording? I thought that's what she said.
Not take it to.
Oh, go to where it all began. That's
Yeah.
what. Yeah, so, yeah, to go to where it all began.
He looks at you and goes, well, he looks at you for a moment and he goes, well, that could mean many things. I mean, if these set of circumstances, obviously where the stone was removed from would be the start of all this. Perhaps she means not these events, perhaps she means the heart itself.
Alright. he sort of looks to Alexandrite and Metal Banana for a moment.
Metal Banana's gone. You said for her to go to the
right.
hotel.
I'm sorry. I totally.
You
had
totally
a-
forgot.
I had a brain fart just now. My apologies. Yeah, he looks
You
to
literally, that was
Alexandrite.
like a few minutes ago, dude.
Yes. Hey, I worked today. I worked today in a cooler for 5 hours.
Okay, fair enough. That's fair.
He's gonna look to Alexandrite and say, would you like to add anything to this situation, to this discussion?
Perhaps means where the god lost his heart.
Well, if that's the case, didn't we learn, he asks, wasn't it the Runins that took his heart?
That's correct.
Well,
So,
as far as we know, they were extinct.
well,
Clearly
They're-
not
they're-
if that one that hounded us managed to survive extinction.
Then perhaps,
and we also,
sadly,
sorry.
I believe you dispatched him, did you not?
True, but if he managed to survive, maybe others did.
Before I executed him, he told me that there were more of him. So, we need to, I know that there's a necromantic spell that would be able to let us talk to him. We would have to use that in order to gain further information.
I think we're talking about two different people.
Yeah. Still looks at you and goes, I don't think the thing that was made out of metal would be considered
Yeah.
a ruminant anymore.
Oh, right.
The one that we're talking about is the one that went to a black hole, basically.
Yeah, the one that we didn't get the name of. It's a possibility. I'm sure that if we looked hard enough, we would be able to find more of them.
Well, perhaps that might be a place to start. Because, Alex, the thing what's the obelisk still described, you have been there, you have seen it.
Yeah. I nearly died there.
Yep.
Uh,
I think the only person who actually got up to it and physically touched it was Lightning. And that's when things went absolutely terribly.
Well, one thing I know is activating it was not a good idea. When Lightning did it, uh, demons appeared.
I believe she attempted and failed.
Mm.
She was not successful in
I don't even
activating.
remember there was like a roll or anything. I just remember like, oh, she touched it and then boom.
Oh no, she did use magic device,
Okay.
and did fail.
Bad things happened.
I mean,
But
I
perhaps.
would say technically a good thing happened, because if she succeeded, then I think a worse thing would have happened.
That is true. It would be endgame content. Perhaps we had someone who was spellcaster of higher quality than Lightning. Then we could activate that pillar.
It still goes. It wasn't a spellcaster that activated it. It was an archaeologist who obviously understood how the ruminant stuff worked.
Who is this archaeologist? Do you remember his name? Or her name?
I do not.
Their name?
It was some time ago, and I would not even know if they're still alive now.
Do you think there are other archaeologists that have been making breakthroughs in learning about the Runen?
As far as I'm aware, all of the items were taken to the retreat, and that's where most of them were left once everything collapsed.
Did the Queen write down any of what happened? Perhaps we can find the name of who that archaeologist is. Maybe they have kin.
Um, wouldn't be something the Queen would know. I only I was not meant to be on that archaeological dig. I only arrived there to because of the because of the reports of what was potentially there. So I arrived a few days before they managed to gain entrance to the into the temple, and was part of the team that started to explore the maze.
It might be worth it to go back to the retreat then, if we can find any journals of what happened.
Yes, this would be.
As far as I'm aware, the team was still there studying, because the moment I got what I wanted, I left and made for the retreat. There was still much that they were studying. I was far more focused than the rest of them. They were researching still and taking things slowly.
As researchers are known to do. Either way, thank you very much for the for your time, Steel Present. It is always a pleasure speaking with you.
Well, if there's anything else you need, just let me know. I would also
Of course.
recommend not to hide yourselves away. You are, well, now considered public icons, and it does not well to hide from such a position.
It does not do so, but it also makes it easier to move around in the city.
Sadly, with this kind of recognition, I think that at some point it's gonna get to where we won't be able to really hide.
Especially if we keep on gaining up and trying to think of a non-canon word or non-mythic levels word.
Divine
Yeah.
divinity.
It's like asking for a +1 weapon in like canon. It's like, how do you do this?
Yeah.
Well,
From a scale of 1 to 10 or 5, I want this weapon to be like 1 higher.
Um, by the way, my boss called me if I can come into work today. Right after I told her I have plans today.
oh.
Uh,
And does that mean you're going to have to scoot nowish then?
No. I'm like letting her know. Oh, I'm not available today.
Ah,
Alright, fair enough.
so we have stuff that we must do. I have two things. One which is something home I was looking at that I'd like to snatch up before any pony else can. And the other is going to be making that armor dio thundercloud. So, see you back at Opal's Tavern in the evening.
all right.
Alright.
Now that reminds me, I think I already put the paperwork in for my home.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Can you remember where your home was?
Yeah, it was on this side of town somewhere.
Actually,
I don't remember the exact area. Like,
The one where I was like right in this
oh,
area.
maybe I was this one then. I know we had like opposite side.
Yeah. You're in the east, I'm in the west.
Yeah. So I guess somewhere around here would be where.
right. What? Because I can't remember. So, pick a building quickly.
All right. We will go with this nice little. Yeah, this one, sure.
Bernd will go with this one, where my mouse is at.
I'm not looking at it at the moment. I want to do that, and then size needs to be about that much. Update token. Boom. Alright. And where is Bernd? Ping. So that one. Okie dokie.
I make the joke. You had to go for the bigger house.
Yes. I mean, it's gonna be a house / office. So.
I mean, oh, right, yeah, makes sense.
Right.
Right next to the Seekers Guild.
Yep.
Ah, well, they will always have the bigger house. Alright,
Oh yeah, definitely.
there you go, that's fine. So, I mean, going to sort out the house is literally you go in, indicate you want to do, show them your paperwork, you get given forms, you sit there, fill out paperwork, that you submit them, they stamp it, and then pass it on to other people. It's quite literally just bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy in play.
Yeah.
By the way, what's this little area here?
Where's here?
Right by the Luminance Temple, there's a little arrow that's pointing to the number 2.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not.
I just noticed that. I was like, huh, what is that?
I can't remember, so I've deleted it.
Alright.
It may have got dragged in there by mistake when I was trying to drag in your house marker.
Very well.
So yeah, that's literally what you do, and you'll probably spend a few hours sorting that out. Given it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, that will probably take you to probably about 4 o'clock.
Just doing some math here real quick because of the.
Alright, Metal Banana, what is it
Yep.
you are going to do?
Well, first off, I'm putting on my cloak
Yep.
and I'm heading to the tavern that Burns suggested.
Opal's Tavern. Yep.
Yep.
Uh, have you been? Yeah, you've been to Opal's Tavern, haven't you, a few times?
Yeah, yeah. I've been there. I've been there once before.
All right, cool. So you will enter into Opal's Tavern. Opal is a small luminance dragon who owns the bar. It looks a fairly new building compared to all of the others around it. Um, and even internally, everything looks very new as well.
I'll just like order a mug of grog.
You are given a mug. Uh, unless unless you make a point to ask questions uh, or try and indicate that you want to get harassed. Generally, this part of this time of the day, you would be left alone for the most part.
Okay.
Was there anything you wished to do in Opal's Tavern?
Yeah. 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 Oh wait. Before I go there,
Oh,
is there like a bookshop nearby?
no, not around here.
Okay. Is there at least a place that's selling a blank book at least?
Oh yeah, just if you want to go and buy a blank book, yeah, there'd be a few places that will
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
I will.
the
Yeah.
temple you
I'll
would
get
be
one of
able to,
those.
the temple you would be able to get blank books. You can pick up all different types of designs. Generally speaking, depending on which deity you want to get the design of, you can get a blank book with that deity's design on it.
Mm.
Unless you want just plain old boring, then you'll have to go over
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
the
Yeah. 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 I was
shopping
thinking
district.
of more like a plain old boring book.
Then you need to go over to the either a market stall, which is just outside, or up here,
Yeah.
or over into the merchant district. So
Yeah.
you you do a bit of walking around, and you'll be able to grab yourself a blank journal.
Yeah. How much is it?
I'm just looking that up.
I never had a player buy a blank boring book before.
I mean, Wishful has a journal that she's been filling in slowly. Um, There's the journal. Spell book. Journal. Um, it's 10 gold pieces because I believe it is 50 pages. Yeah, 50 pages. So
50 pages.
yeah, 50 pages, and it is 10 gold. It weighs
Okay.
1 pound.
Uh, how how would how many pages would you say would it take to write about a city's uh basically like talking about the people, or their history and
I mean, depends on the place.
law.
You probably could very easily fill up 50 pages on that stuff if you were very well versed in that sort of subject. Um,
Yeah.
and how detailed you want to go and stuff like that. So it's possible to fill up 50
Yeah.
pages.
Okay. What what about also like being like polite as possible about it?
Again, politeness has nothing to do about it. With any
Okay.
city, if you know it enough, you can go into very small details about certain places and aspects. So you
I'm
can fill up
yeah.
a lot of pages.
I'm ba- Yeah. I'm basically like I gonna write down Metu's hometown.
if I remember,
or home city or whatever.
I believe that was
It was something pace. I have it written down somewhere. Oh yeah,
last
less
yeah
less pro. Yeah,
Las Palaminos, I believe it's pronounced,
yeah.
or something along those terms. I mean, there would be books already on the city in like the libraries and stuff. But yeah, you can fill out your own personal aspect from it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't think they would write much about the actual people living there. Or in this case, ponies.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, how many journals would I have to get to at least?
Just one. One will probably do you fine.
Okay, again, one. And I was scared I might need 4 journals.
Oh no, no.
4. Wow. That.
Unless you want to,
That's
unless you're going to write really big text, then one will be fine.
That's the lowest.
Really big text, double space.
Yeah, I'll get a journal.
Extra large print.
Okay. And I basically at the bar, as I am drinking my alcohol, I'm gonna write down about Metu's hometown, and on the like religion part, try to be as like polite as possible. Like for example, saying sadly, religion is frowned upon, especially towards more aggressive deities. Is they they tend to shun and other ponies that like, believe in that stuff and
I just want to quickly stop
Who
you
would-
before, like,
yeah.
are you sure about this? Because these places actually exist here and actually have, like,
Yeah.
lore written about them.
I was about to say that you'll probably find you a small aspect of Las Pegaminos. Can't say the word now.
I'm basically like writing down her like hometown where she lived.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
saying the whole city.
No, the place you live is a city.
Yeah.
So, like, it could be a small majority, like a very
Yeah. A small like majority. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And it's like saying, like, oh, all of New York is a ghetto.
No. That's not it. That's not it. yeah. I knew like that would be law ruining. So I was just like, okay, it would just be a small majority, not the whole bloody thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like, oh no, this sounds like it's going to be shot down hard.
Yeah.
Well, let me just read the information about Las Palominos.
Okay.
It's a small city of about 9,000 individuals. Located on the sun-drenched coast in a unicorn-dominated portion of the empire, Las Palominos offers luxury relaxation to those wealthy nobles, merchants and adventurers who come seeking a good time. Under the warm gaze of the sun, ponies laze on the beach, drink exotic beverages and receive first-class pampering. For those looking for the more active enjoyments, the resort offers all sorts of water sports, from fishing, swimming, to magical assisted underwater tours. Small bouquet lines the broad city streets, offering souvenirs and knickknacks to suit every shopper's taste. At night, the city is a glowing jewel of entertainment, with shows, gambling, and loud parties set to all the music money can buy. Las Palominos will sacrifice any vice for enough coin. Some come to celebrate. Wealthy Imperials consider the city an excellent honeymoon destination. Several inns specialise in trade, providing comforts and privacy to newlyweds in the tropical paradise of the city. Of course, one can't have so much wealth and be without a crime element taking root. The local syndicate has a widespread. The local syndicate are as widespread as they are merciless. Fortunately for the visitors, their interests lay more in the business of the cities instead of random muggings. They create stress on the business ponies behind the scenes and enjoy a relatively easy wealth by providing certain illicit delights to visitors that legitimate businesses do not dare to offer. I mean, that's you. I mean, you would know about the this shady side of things because you live there.
I would imagine Metu arrested a few of them too.
Yeah, you would attempt. Every time you arrested one, they always were out the next day. It was really annoying.
She'll be like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You're dealing with the mafia here,
I mean, there's a lot more going on in the city than you would potentially know. But yeah, there would be because it's a city, or it kind of sounds like a little bit like a typical sort of holiday place spot on the beach. Maybe throw in a little bit of aspects of New Vegas, Las Vegas.
Kind of getting like New Vegas mixed with Chicago, kind of.
Yeah, you're gonna get some of that going on, but obviously a lot of that aspect has died off since obviously the Empire and stuff. Things have got a little bit less shiny lights and stuff, but it still happens. But then the rest of the city still has to survive. So there are you would know more about the back streets and what have you, and there may be a good aspect of those that maybe have deities have fallen out of favour with them, but a good majority of the city still would pay lip service to the Sun Queen and blessing for the sun, all those sort of general stuff.
Yeah, I just imagine a small group of them would, because that's how I imagine my character would have lived. Hello? You there?
No, that's fine.
Yeah, okay. I'll also write that down. This must be the longest apology letter I ever did in a table game. But still, well done on that. Well done.
All right, so we have Mel Banana writing a book of apology. We have Burnt going to sort himself out of a house. Wishful is going to do research. So, Alex, where you heading for a bit first?
I think I would probably go set up a meeting with the Duchess, see if what's been going on in the city and the politics around, since I've been climbing a mountain for 2 weeks.
Yes. So, you know where the Duchess lives, so I assume you would go to her house.
Yeah.
The butler would answer the door and will look at you and goes, the Duchess has... I've been informed the Duchess isn't taking any guests for the time being. At least that is her instructions.
Very well. Do you know when she'll next be available?
When she has calmed down, maybe, but I would not be able to say. She has not given a time. I can inquire if she will make an exception for yourself, sir.
If you please would. I have the feeling that she would like to talk to me now, if things have gone as they sound.
Remain here, and if she is happy to accept your audience, I will bring you into the main study. He will go off momentarily. And after probably about 10 minutes, he will open the door again and go, she is willing to speak with you. If you follow me, I will take you into the main study. He takes you to a different room this time to what you were in last time. This one seems to be a lot smaller. If anything, it looks like a more personalised study. It doesn't have as much of like the really sort of standout art pieces or anything like that. It seems to this seems to be more of a personal space rather than a room you would entertain people in.
Mm-hmm. Well, Alexander will pull down his hood.
May I take your coat, sir?
Thank you. He'll take off the cloak and give it to him.
So, he will go and hang it up. She will be with you momentarily.
Thank you. Need to say, this is a really good butler. Like, not even by an eye. Like,
Well, you've come through a number of times now, and she's obviously spoken about you when you're not there, so he's obviously aware of you.
yeah.
And obviously, she's obviously indicated of someone you are of significant importance. So, a good butler should realise those sort of things.
Mm-hmm.
So, when she comes in, it's very clearly she is in a foul mood. And you can tell the moment she walks in and locks eyes with you that she's just sort of staring daggers. You know, she's not like you get the sense she's not angry with you. She's just angry in general.
Mm-hmm.
I think you've kind of seen her this angry before, but I'm trying to think of when it was, but I can't remember. She simply goes, "Yes. What is it you need?"
Well, I mostly just came to find out what's been going on. Sounds like nothing good.
You say that again?
Would you care to talk about it?
Roll me diplomacy, because you have to be nice about this. If you could use some kind words to convince her to open up. If not, you will probably get a lot of...
31.
All right, so you have a way of words, and word it in a way that it doesn't make her any more angry. If anything, it kind of softens her mood a little bit. She gives out a sort of a very angry sigh. He teamed up with Sky Striker. They seem to have come to some sort of arrangement that I was not aware of. Normally that fool just follows the loudest voice, but it seems like he may have grown a backbone. But we've done our voting. And we have elected additional council members.
Oh.
And it appears our friend Crystal Heart has helped gain himself a little bit more of a majority on the council seats. I have held off anything further, and he has gone with Lord Skystriker to go and talk to the Cloven at least. But it's left me in a less than ideal position, as the next key thing will be to try and create this council of Everglow, and it is likely that he will be voted into the position to sit on it.
Do you know anything about the people who have been voted? Perhaps they have weaknesses or could be persuaded.
Don't you think I've already started doing this? I'm these, based on who they've chosen, they will be loyal to their electees. So I am attempting to find something that will discredit them and potentially will make them have to give up their position. But it will take time.
Well, with the 2 off, then that'll be time that you have at least.
Well, yes, this is why I pushed for them to complete this task first before anything else. I do not. I am not a fool. I do know how to put in plans. Just like I'm not going to go and ask you to try and dig up any dirt, given you stand out like a. I'm trying to think of an analogy to do with light in the sun.
Sore hoof?
I didn't want to just go with a sore hoof. I wanted to go with something.
Yeah.
You stand out like a lighthouse in the dark.
A beacon, if you would.
I was avoiding that term. Now, have you got anything? Have you brought me any good news?
Well, we have met with the Sun Queen and reached our next level of divinity, and we have plans to where to go next.
I see. And nothing that I will be able to use at this point in time?
Not unless you can use the heroes coming in on a beam of light into the Sun Queen's palace or temple.
No. I'm pretty certain that the temple would already be utilising that one. You've already played the heroes of Viljutan card quite a few times. I doubt it will pull as much weight as it did. No. The only thing which would do any significant favour would be something to happen to show just how weak Crystal Heart is and how naive he is to actually any sort of leadership position.
Are the humans still outside of our borders?
for the moment, I believe they should be leaving soon. Everything was finalised, much to my disgust.
Do you think you can use them to elevate your plans?
Unless they actually attack us, no. As we have come to a deal without bloodshed, so that has pulled a lot of support their way. Yes, there are those that feel we should fight for our land, but most of the general populace are relieved they don't. They can put down the armour and weapons that was quickly put together for most of them. So the commoners won't necessarily understand the matter too directly.
I'm also kind of like, damn it, I have a devious idea, but I'm just like, nah, I don't think that would be something Alexander would suggest.
So unless the humans plan to do something foolish, then they will not be able to be used.
Could you persuade perhaps a soldier or someone to do something foolish?
It would need to be. It would need to be somebody who would cause a significant impact. I don't suppose you fancy going to assassinate a general for me?
Sorry, I'm just like, damn paladin code. I'm afraid I don't think I can.
The downside of being a paladin.
What did you say?
I said, I don't think I can.
Yes, I had a feeling you would say that. As the only person who would carry significant impact in the matter would be one of you, and I highly doubt Micfis will do it, and you would be the only one I would trust to actually follow the orders and for it to be pushed into my favour rather than anybody else's.
Have you thought about making a deal with the Kara Temple?
They often come at steep costs. I'm in no mood to deal with them at this moment in time. I have my own individuals who can attempt things, but I highly doubt they would even be able to assassinate him, at least subtly anyway. Their methods often take time.
True, but seems that our goals with the Kara temples do align. I'm not willing to assassinate someone, but if I was attacked, then I would have to defend myself, of course.
He wouldn't be stupid enough to try and attack you. No. I believe the only one who probably would have done any sort of attacking would be the king's advisor, but I believe he's left now. He was the only one who you could likely tip his hand, but he seemed to be here more as an observer than anything else. But yes, Things have not gone in a way I would have liked.
Alexandrite kind of rubs his forehead, thinking, like, sorry, just also out of character, trying to think, like, all right, what can I do here?
I mean, it might be something you can go away, think of, and then come back to in regards to. You don't have to come up with an answer that exact moment.
Yeah, true, but
Have you brought me any other news?
trying to think of out of character if there was anything else that I could mention. I hadn't had to think about politics for like 4 weeks or so.
I know. You escaped it, but came back kicking and screaming.
Yeah.
Well, if you come up with anything that could help this situation, I will be very interested in hearing about it.
Yes.
Perhaps you could dig up some dirt on Milk Thistle. He seems to hang around with Crystal Heart a lot, and perhaps if he keeps poor company, it will help. But I do not know, given he seems to be one of you, touched by the divineness just as you lot are. So it may not be as useful now, digging up dirt on him. But I don't know. Perhaps you could find out if they have planned anything together, or have anything that we can preemptively intercept and hinder for once.
When, sorry, Alexandrite's gonna ask this in character. When did Crystal Heart's father die?
It was
It was during the festival, right?
yes, it was. He was he was shot by arrows. Well, no, no. I believe he survived that incident, and the portcullis failed as they were carrying him to the hospital. But he was cut in two, I believe the reports were.
Those are two very unfortunate accidents.
Well, he was in one of his delusional states when he wandered into the shooting range, and I mean the grounds that the unification hall is on have been neglected for many years.
True, but still, to have both those things happen to him in a short period of time. I'm not one for magic, but do you think that sounds like a curse?
I don't think they do curses for bad luck.
No, but they might do a spell.
I mean, it will be very difficult to even prove anything like that, given the nature of how it happened. So unless you can find, if you do find out who it is, the person would have to admit it in court or something like that for it to be any relevance. As I highly doubt you're going to have any hard evidence.
Probably not hard evidence. course, if Milk Thistle did do something, he would cover his tracks.
Well, all I can tell you is the portcullis was not tampered with. It appears that it failed just at the wrong time. Is that all?
Yeah. For now, at least. If I think of anything else, I will let you know.
Please do. I will be busy preparing things, but I do, if you do come across something, do let me know. Now you may leave.
Very well. Alexander will get up and start to head out.
You would have learned more about the people who won, but that's most likely going to be Milk Thistle, who's actually going to be poking around with them, because his stuff he has got involved in. All right. So that wouldn't take you too long. Bern, I believe you're going to do crafting.
Yes.
Roll me the craft check, because I want to see if it will take us the full week. Don't make it blind, as we kind of have to do math.
Alright. Let's see. Here it is.
You may do any preemptive stuff to help increase your chances. The higher you roll, the quicker you can get things done.
Alright. So there's that. He's gonna add a Mythic Surge.
Yep.
So let's see then. That's 19. I don't have any feats or anything for crafting. 19 is my final answer.
19. It cost 30 gold to make, to buy it, and 30 gold in silver, I believe, is 300.
Alright.
Silver, Ponyfinder, crafting items. Grab those drawers again. Yeah, so gotta do that. So you make that check.
Already deducted it.
So deducted what?
The gold.
How much gold did you take off?
30.
You don't take off 30. The raw materials will cost you 1/3 of the price.
Alright.
So you pay 1/3 of 30. I'm hoping you know what that number is. If you don't, let me know.
No, I do not. Math was not my strong suit in high school.
1/3 of 30 would be 10, because that's 1/3.
Right, so that would be 100 silver.
No. It will be 10 gold pieces you have to pay in raw materials. The silver stuff is, I'm working out how long it takes you to make it.
Alright.
You multiply your... To make an appropriate check, craft percent what we can work. If
1/3 would be 10.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. We took care of that.
Sorry.
If the check is successful, multiply your check result. If the DC times the result equals the price of the item in silver, then you have completed the item. If the result equals double or more, so within tasking if the result times it doesn't equal the price, then alright, so you would have not finished it in the week.
Alright.
You are like about 80% done. So basically, you will get it done the next week. So if you roll me another check, because technically you have to make another check.
Yeah.
But you probably won't have to do a full week's work.
Yeah.
The higher you roll, the better.
Alright, ooh, that's pretty good. I'm also gonna use another mythic surge on that.
Yep.
Ooh, that'll be 24.
24 times 13. That's what it is. Divide that number by that number. So you're 5 times. So it's 5 times over. So double or triple, then in 1/2 or 1/3 of the time. So you do it in 1/5 of the time. 1 second. This one I can't do. What is 1/5 of 8? So you do it in a day and a half. You finish it in.
Nice.
So it takes you basically 1 week and a day and a half to finish it.
Alright.
So, I mean, you might get interrupted. So make a note that's how long it's going to take you. But
Right.
if you get interrupted, then we will have to work out when you can actually finish it off. But that is the time frame currently. So I'm assuming you're basically going to go away and begin that sort of things. Not really too much else is going on for yourself.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. Metal Banana, I'm guessing you're spending most of the rest of the day
Yeah.
just basically writing out your book, aren't you?
The journal, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So Wishful Pen is doing her research, so I need to make her check. So she is looking at that section there. She has time to do 1 check. So is she going to be looking at the local? Is that number? History of the area might be good. Oh yeah, she's going to go for the history of the area. She plus that, then plus that. Let's see if this works. Okay, so and she would also use one of these because she would know how well she would do. Extra 2. Okay, her final number will be that number. Oh, I will. I believe there is negatives because it's this library, but I think she passed a threshold to gain information. Here we go. and I need it because you may have stumbled across a very useful book. Let me see. No, wrong one. Here we go. That one does it just on that. What was a book? What did history as well? One moment. But she would definitely get some information that she will be able to share with you guys. I believe everyone agreed to meet at Opal's Tavern.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Unless anybody's got anything else they want to do today, I'm going to guess we kind of jump to the point where you meet at Opal's Tavern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so Opal will have, with you guys starting to come in, she will have a back room set up so you guys can go in there to get peace and quiet. So you're not like bombarded by the other patrons there. So you do have a small area you can sit and obviously relax in without being harassed. Opal will occasionally come in, check to make sure you're okay, or if you need any additional drinks or anything like that. So she does check on you periodically. But you can each talk and share what you have learnt. Oh, so I've got some good news. I came across some useful information about the northern regions.
Yeah.
What have you learned?
Well, I mean, now at the moment, gem gnolls are one of the more common sights, but originally they were never within the area. There was a tribe of short legs, no, sorry, short hooves, who lived in the area beforehand. But I believe the tribes, the tribe was apparently destroyed some time ago. They were offered a chance to join the empire, but they declined, and so no one protected them.
Tribe with short legs.
Do you
Yes.
think this is a correlation with Duck?
I think so. I mean, she is a very smallish pony.
I mean, it's.
One that people are very interested in.
I mean, it's possible that she is. She was quite small, and I mean, I suppose the name does indicate that.
What? Do we know why they declined?
I believe the gem gnolls, because they are more prominent in that region now. I can only assume that they were somewhat involved.
Maybe the gym gnolls decided, hey, these ponies are weak. Let's take the initiative and attack.
I mean, it's possible they have been known to attack and some close by settlements, often stealing goods and ponies away. But most places are protected nowadays, anyway.
Well, if these short legs lived out there, or short hooves, I should say, if they had a village or something out there, maybe there's still remnants of that.
What do you know of these gem gnolls? Can they be reasoned with?
If you've got enough gems, they generally will listen to you if you pay them. But they live in different tribes, so you can deal with one tribe and the other one won't have any knowledge of what you've done. So they're kind of very very split.
Uh,
Sorry, Gordon.
how would they react to one of my kind, a gem pony?
Um, Generally hostile. I mean, they might try and use a pickaxe to mine you to get the gems, but they will probably be very disappointed when that doesn't happen.
That's what I was afraid you would say.
I mean, they might realise that you're actually just a pony and not try and mine you, but their intelligence is often called into question.
So essentially, we're gonna have to be ready to defend ourselves if we encounter them.
Um, it is noted they're generally cowardly, so if we put in a strong show of force to begin with, they probably would leave us alone. Though they will probably still be watching us, and I wouldn't let your guard down, as they could take advantage of that.
Agreed. That's what I'm afraid of. We won't be able to guard down one bit.
Well, I mean, when you're in the wilderness, you shouldn't let your guard down at all.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, yeah, you see a jaguar, you're like, oh hey, it's a big cat, and oh no, now a piece of my side is missing.
Don't remind me of big cats. Alexandra flashes back to the forest. Did I ever tell you that Lightning tried to steal from a guide out of a forest, and we ran into big tiger?
No, he actually never did, but that could be a story for another time. I think we have more pressing matters.
Yeah.
So, do we know anything of note about this area in particular, besides the gymnals and the fact that the short hooves once resided there?
The area is apparently quite thick in jungle, and the jungle has expanded quite a lot in recent years. But there are ruins within the jungle itself. It is possible
Maybe,
it's one of these ruins that we are looking for.
yeah, maybe they had a fields of crops that were growing, and during the attack, maybe this single piece of wheat survived.
I mean, it will be unlikely, given the information I found. I believe they were the short legs were removed fairly early on in the Empire's founding, and that's some 300 years ago.
You don't suppose that one of these ruins could be a ruminant?
One of these, what, sorry?
One of the these ruins could be ruminant.
Um, it's possible. I mean, there was no indications of what the ruins were. I believe the area's mostly been left to the Gemnols.
Well, it might be worth asking them.
Assuming they will attack us first.
Well, we could probably grab convert some of our coin into gems and buy some information if we find some that are willing to negotiate.
This is true. He sort of thinks for a moment. He blinks a bit, and he goes, and if they end up double crossing us?
Oh, I mean, then we will have to, of course, defend ourselves.
I find it highly unlikely they will would attack. I mean, look at us. I mean, they've got to be pretty silly, and if they did, I mean, well, probably wouldn't go very well for them.
They would have to be pretty silly, pretty stupid, or pretty courageous, or a mixture of the three. I wouldn't put it past them, though. Any pony and any being can do stupid things for the stupidest purposes. Impulse is also an issue at times.
Yes. Well, have we learned anything about the wheat?
I mean, I could tell you about wheat, but I mean, I don't think any of it would be useful.
Well, what the Sun Queen said is that we need to look for the singular piece of wheat. So it has to be out there. Like he sort of rubs his nose with a hoof as he goes cross-eyed a bit. There has to be something out there. The Sun Queen wouldn't mislead us.
No. So obviously there is something there.
I mean, the Sun Queen isn't known for that. I mean, she does play the odd joke occasionally, but I don't think this would be it. I mean, you asked this. She told us to go here twice for different questions that were asked.
Yes.
So it's hardly likely to be a joke. So
also, we spoke with Steel Prism after you and Metal Banana left, and we asked him what he thought about about what the Sun Queen said when we asked about purifying the heart of Everglow. How she said to go to where it all began.
yeah.
And we're more than sure that it was a ruminant stronghold, or a ruminant city, that might be where it all began. If we could figure out where the ruminant seat of power was located, we might be able to start looking there.
Didn't we see a place that they captured Winter and Apep?
Did we?
I don't remember anything like that.
Maybe this was Nightshine who saw that, and
Yeah.
damn it, Nightshine, taking the goggles.
He took our goggles?
He was the only one who could use them, and so he held on to them.
I mean, I was able to use them. I was able to read ruminant.
I just actually imagine Nightshine holding the goggles and that meme in where the guy disappears like.
No, honestly, what I picture is him sitting off in some tower somewhere, goggles in one hand, and he has an apple in his mouth as he eats it, looking like a total jackass.
I mean, if you ask him nicely for him back, he might deliver him back to you.
If we knew where where he was.
You literally have a cleric who can contact anyone you know.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. I guess we'll have to do that next week then.
Mhm.
Or whenever he's back.
Do I show up back? Do I finish my journal?
I mean, like I said, if you just want to give like an overview, yes, you'll be done. If you want to go very detailed, then you'll probably still be going.
So we all just see Metal Banana is just writing and writing and writing, and Burn just he
The
slowly.
Death Note music starts playing.
Yeah, he slowly, very very slowly he starts to move his head closer and closer, and he stops at the just beside her ear, and with this playful grin on his face, he whispers, "What are you, right? What are you buying?"
So
Okay, but writing Burns' name down.
Oh,
Sorry,
heart attack.
I would go for more detailed. I think Wishful would appreciate that.
no, that's fine. Probably means then you'd be up a good portion of the night, but you should be able to get it finished and given to Wishful in the morning. You
Yeah,
can stop and join in on the conversation. That won't interrupt you too much if you do want to say anything.
Yeah, I was hoping to role play that part.
Oh, what, when you hand it over to Wishful?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. But in the meantime, if there's anything you want to add to this conversation happening right now, you can.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Nope, you're just busy there writing.
Yeah.
Not talking
At
to
the
anyone.
tavern.
So as he sees that she's just focused on writing, he's gonna slowly return back to his seat. And he's gonna down like half.
Are you at the tavern right now?
Yes.
Yeah, we're all there.
Oh, okay. Then she would put away the journal then as soon as you come in.
Okay, fair enough.
So you have been paying attention to our conversation.
I was paying attention to your conversation, and I was not paying attention where you were.
It's alright. So, I suppose the real question is, should we... It would probably be wise for us to stick around here a little bit longer just to make sure we have our information in place, so I can finish up the little project I've been working on at the blacksmiths.
Well, we at least need to wait for the ship to get here, so we can travel.
Yes.
I mean, based on its speed of travel, it'll probably be here by tomorrow afternoon/evening.
How much time do you need?
He rubs the side of his head. I need about the rest of this week and a day and a half to finish up the armor I'm making for Thunderclap.
So, I mean,
That's a lot of time for us to be sitting on our hooves.
Maybe I could be assistant. Maybe get the job done quicker. Is that in the rules of steel?
you will at best add a +2, but you need to have craft armor.
Yes, I do have that.
Alright.
Let me see if. Let me just do the math quickly. See if the +2 will do any better. What did you roll on the first one? Was it just a 19? Yeah, it was a 19.
Yeah.
19, so if I +2 to that, gives me that number times by that number. You'll probably save the half a day overall, I reckon.
Could you perhaps work on this on the ship?
I can, yes.
You can't. You need a blacksmith's.
Oh.
A blacksmith or a leather armor?
Well, okay. Well, there's still like the it's studded leather, so
Yeah.
there's a bit of blacksmithing, there's a bit of leather in, so he needs an armourer's basically workshop.
Right.
To make the, I imagine to like make the nails for the actual leather to be put
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, all those sort of
Yeah.
things and what have you.
I suppose I could ask the blacksmith for a favor.
I mean, he'll point out his shop isn't portable.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's not what I was gonna ask him, but,
That's good.
yeah. I mean, yeah. If it was portable, I would have been like, oh, hey, wow, this is like one of those mini workshop tables. Bird blinks a moment, says, do you think that if I were to pay the blacksmith, if he would be able to assist me in finishing it up?
Well, generally that's what you pay blacksmiths for.
Yeah.
It would be expensive though.
No. All you would have to do is pay the additional 20 gold pieces, and he'll make it for you.
All right, yeah, I
Oh
can do
really?
that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, he's a master blacksmith, so I
Yeah.
mean, he could make it also masterwork for you as well.
Alright, I need to double check how much masterwork costs.
150.
Yeah, just an extra 100.
Oh, that's not too bad. I could, yeah, I'll pay him for
Yeah,
that.
by the amount that the amount of money we have, we should be able to cover that. Like,
Yeah. It will basically cost you 180 gold pieces overall.
Alright, let me get that into my inventory real quick. 80s.
well then, now that that's taken care of, I suggest that we take out a little bit of money and convert it into gems.
Agreed.
But I mean, you have to spend like a half a morning going through, showing him what you want and doing some doodles and stuff. But once he gets an idea of what you're after, then he'll be able to craft that.
Yeah.
Just like, you see what I'm wearing? Make it out of leather.
You see what I'm wearing? Make it out of leather. Paint a pony skull on it. And I know that there's other stuff in the description.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Alright. Yeah, so wow, this description is really light.
I mean,
liked
they're mostly tends to be quite light, so.
Yeah, make it like mine out of leather, and a pony skull on it.
Yeah, that's fine. It's enough to go on.
Why do I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
imagine like the Hell Knights now as like fucking Batman and Robin? Like,
I know, right? Oh my god. How has no one
No.
done this yet?
No.
No. Chaos Knights! Chaos Knights. They're edgy and they're dark and they make you scream in fear.
That's hilarious.
God, I love this group. I'll stop by the blacksmith's in the morning and speak with him then.
Yep, that'll be fine. Wishful goes, well, I mean, that was all I was able to find out in the time I had.
you did amazing. Thank you.
Indeed. Bird looks to Mel Banana.
Go ahead.
He's pretty sure that she's working on figuring out how to apologize properly. So he's just gonna give her a relatively warm smile, and he tingles a bit, so I hope you both are feeling better after this morning's ordeal.
This morning we were still on the mountain.
Yeah, he means this afternoon.
Yeah, this afternoon. The yelling.
Metal Banana's still yet to apologise correctly, so I'm not speaking to them.
Meta just stays silent. You just see like a worried face look on her.
So, what do you all have planned to do while we wait for the ship tomorrow, aside from more research? Because honestly, it's not very often that we're back here in Villa Town during these adventures.
Well, I was going to go to the spa, given my hooves look absolutely terrible after climbing that mountain, and every bit of me aches.
That actually doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what I can do. Feels a little like I'm out of place in the city.
I was just walking around seeing what the city offers without doing my best without to getting noticed.
I think we shouldn't be hiding from the public. I mean, sure, it does help us get around easier, but at the same time, we're their champion. So, we have to embrace that.
Yes, like it or not, we are representatives now. The ponies look up to it.
Indeed.
That's what I'm afraid of.
There's nothing to be afraid of. I mean, we're mortals, sure, and we make mistakes. But if there's a chance of us being able to protect those that we represent, then we have to take it.
Well, we'll probably be just uplifting their spirits at the moment, as there's not much protecting going on.
True. But
Yeah,
what's-
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, ever since we came here, there hasn't been much trouble other than that chaos pony causing trouble. But that's the worst I've seen.
Well,
We should probably check in on that. I did have a plan about what we were to do with them, but I don't think we finalized it before we left.
Didn't that god say they were gonna try to rehabilitate him?
rehabilitate.
Yeah.
It was either that or we all agreed that we would let him go free, just to mess with a pep a bit.
I had the idea that we would have like a priestess Akara, disguise herself as him, and
That I do remember that.
mhm.
Yeah.
I apologize if my memory's a bit
Yeah,
faulty.
I just don't remember if we actually went through with that or not.
No, we did not. I can tell you we did not.
I say we do it.
I mean, it might be a little too late now, but
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe if like when the whole party's here.
Yeah.
no, I meant like it's been 2 weeks since we were last here, so.
Yeah,
But I think what damage would have been done that could be prevented is like have been.
Mhm.
I mean, never say never.
Yeah, right now we really need to worry about. I'm more worried about a pep right now than I am the. Because if a pep gets in his way, everything is just, and as he says, just he makes a popping sound with his hoof and his mouth. I can't do it in real life. I don't have that capability, but it's just like pop.
Well, I mean, from what I can tell, Apex is just an opportunist, so he's just working with the one who's going to try to destroy things. But I think for right now, probably I'm going to do what I can to help some ponies, even if it's just lift their spirits.
Agreed. After all, these are our people, our ponies, our citizens. We have to make sure that they're safe and even their spirits uplifted. That's always a good morale.
I will admit one thing I do like is no pony here looks at me disgust us this with joy instead. Part at from those ponies in the crowd that was scared of me, but let's not talk about that.
Well, when you threaten them, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
like
did not threaten them. I did not threaten them. I just gave them the the dad eyes.
he. At this point, Burn just he gets this grin on his face and he goes, "I did not threaten them. It is bullshit. It is not true. I did not threaten them. I did not." Oh hi, Alexandra.
Oh, hey,
Hello,
Ma.
Pony Wasso.
Oh, hey, Ma.
That's a joke.
But we really need to work on your people skills.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps you should join me in placating the crowds, as it were.
All right.
Who knows? You might even enjoy it.
Yeah, there's not too many of them to like touch me.
Oh. Just need to let them know that you don't like being touched. I'm sure that they will understand.
I hope.
So, are we all finished up with this meeting, or
I think so.
Vern gives a soft nod, and as he gets up, he looks to Alexandrite. Brother, do you know by chance where here in town would be a good place to purchase furniture?
I furniture. I think there's some place around buy absolutely everything. You might find there.
Thank
There
you.
was a few old furnitures in the market if that helps.
Why do you need furniture?
Well, I ended up coming into possession of a home
Uh,
over on the west side of town.
you have submitted paperwork to come into possession of a home.
Right.
You do not yet have a home.
Right. I have submitted the paperwork to obtain a home over on the west side of town.
I see. Well, I was going to wait till I have a little bit more of a permanent stay here than to buy furniture. Right now, with how much we've been moving about,
This is fair. Honestly, he sort of looks at the roof for a moment. He turns back to the others. At some point, if we're ever near Briston Lux, I would like to stop by there. I have family that I need to sorely get into contact with, and there's a friend of mine there that I'd like to check in on.
Well, if we're in the neighborhood, we can of course always stop by.
Of course.
That, yeah. Yeah, family is most important after all.
I I think that they would all get a kick out of meeting you guys.
Perhaps.
As a kick in a good way and a bad way.
It's a good way. I mean,
Okay.
sure, one of my sisters is a bit on the he he sort of he tries to find the right word to use. She's on the more snotty, not snotty. Why'd I almost use that word?
I was gonna
Snotty.
say she's your sister. Of course, snotty would be a good word.
She's more along the snobby side. My other sister is more of a crafts pony. And my brother enjoys getting drunk. He's sort of... He's looking like he's thinking about something, and he just, like, shakes his head for a moment. It is getting rather late. Why don't we, head on to bed?
Yeah.
Get some sleep.
Yeah, we should.
And with that, Bern is gonna exit the room and head into his room at the tavern.
Yep. You guys will, as you know, Opal's more than happy to give you free rooms when you stay. So you do not need to pay for your rooms.
How's that?
It's adventure. Huzzah!
All right. I'm actually feeling really tired at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, imagine.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
So I think
Yeah, it's cool.
I know it's sort of a bit of a slow session and we didn't get too far, but
It's cool.
we
At least we had a session. At
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
we will obviously stop here for this evening and we'll pick up. Well, we'll let Milkfist know he's off next week, is he?
I believe he's. Let me see.
Here.
I'll be on vacation next week. Return on the 7th.
Okay, so wait. Oh yeah, because it's the 6th next week. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'll do
so
that.
he won't be with us next week, but what we'll do is obviously the morning and the ship arriving, and then we'll see where we go from there.
And then Matt to apologizing to Wishful.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what will possibly that'll be going on in the morning if you want to do it in the morning. But yeah, so obviously have a think what you probably got about I would say a day of stuff to do in the town before the ship arrives. Have a think about what you would do in your day there. If it's not really a lot, then we obviously will skip to when the ship arrives, and then you guys can work out what you're doing from there. All right.
Alright.
Oh.
Cool.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get some beauty sleep.
Yes. Sleepy time GM.
Yes. All right. Well, I will thank everybody who's decided to join us for this short session today.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And goodbye.
Goodbye.